RogersBase here with a really fun manga news video. I was just ribbing my buddy Herb over here because of something that was on his computer screen. But regardless, the reason we are here today is to discuss the top 10 best-selling manga of 2017. I know a lot of other YouTubers have already covered this topic, but you guys wanted my opinion, and I actually have not fully read through this list yet. I know what's at the top, just because it's been the same thing at the top for the past 15, 10 years, however long they've been doing these rankings. So what I sort of want to do is have her with me, and I know you read a lot more manga than I do.
Yeah,
I think you have like a breadth, a whole library of manga above
because
me.
people keep recommending it to me.
Right.
And I had that Manga Monday series that I kind of stopped for a bit.
You got to start it again after this, because you're going to get a big sub push after we put this video.
They're going to make me read all of this.
Exactly, you're going to have to read everything on the list.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go through the list, talk about some of the stuff that's on there, whether we read it or not, what our thoughts are. And like I said, I could have done this by myself, but I thought it'd be a lot more fun to have my buddy Herm over here discussing manga with me. We're both weebs, as you can see on his computer. He was like, oh, do you want me to move the computer out of the frame? I'm like, no, keep the computer in the frame.
Yep.
All right, so landing at number 10, the number 10 best-selling manga series of the year, with 2,713,000 copies sold, Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic.
That's like throughout the whole year, right?
The whole year, yeah. So I think this is all volumes included with all of these rankings. So Magi landed at number 10. Are you at all familiar with Magi?
A little bit. I've watched the anime, that's about it.
Okay.
I've watched it pretty thoroughly, but I haven't finished it. But I like it.
Is it something you think I would like?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
I know. I want you to be honest. I know. Yeah.
It's not something that you would be interested.
Okay. So like, what's it kind of about? Like, what's the general?
Because the one that I watched, there was 3 characters. Okay. There is Magi. Not Magi. What's it? I forgot their name.
Aladdin. I know is the main character. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch. There's 3 of them, and then the part where I left off is that they were split up. Okay. But that's about it. That's all I remember. There was a big fight.
Well, if you guys want me to read Magi, because apparently I won't like it.
I don't think you'd like it.
Let me know down in the comments below.
I don't think you'd like it. I'm just being honest.
You know what both of us like, though? Both of us like this.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Oh, Food Wars,
Food Wars! Shokugeki no Soma! Look at us! Look at this! I'm talking about, bro. We did not even plan that. They came out perfectly.
No, right?
Shokugeki no Soma coming in at number 10 with 2,792,000 copies sold. I am so happy.
Wild.
So happy for this series. I don't actually remember this being in the top 10 last year. I didn't
see last year.
Man.
I will say I contributed to 3 of those sales.
3 of those sales. So which volumes did you buy?
1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so
because I'm buying the manga that I like.
Yeah.
Because that's how I want to support it. So I bought 3 volumes.
I think I bought a Food Wars volume this year. Hold on, let me go look real quick. No editing, boys. This whole thing is gonna be
no editing, boys.
Live. No editing, boys. I did. I totally bought a volume this year. I bought 17. Boop! This is the one. This is like right before where they are in the manga right now. Oh no, in the anime right now. Yeah.
Which I have to catch up.
Oh, you're not caught up?
No, I stopped where. Sorry for people that are. Not caught up.
Yeah. Anime spoilers. Okay.
But where the grandpa is being denounced.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
so
where
this
I left off.
This is literally right after that. This is like a Shokugeki that happens right after.
Which is wild.
Oh yeah.
I was tripping out. I was like, no freaking way.
If you think that arc is good, let me as somebody who catches up to the manga, sorry I don't cover the manga weekly on my channel. I want to have this as a nice little thing that I catch up to myself. Dude, as somebody who's caught up to the manga, I am telling you right now, it is so good. I think
that's
like
what everyone's saying.
The big problem with Food Wars for a long time is that there weren't really any stakes. I feel like the stakes were kind of low. Like every time they'd be like, "Oh, Soma, you're gonna get expelled if you do this," or and then nobody's ever expelled, you know. But now the stakes are there in the manga, and like characters are getting expelled, and it's scary, and it's like.
I can kind of see that in the anime too, because it's slowly progressing into something that's being higher.
And Aaron's dad, to be honest, is just a total dick, man. He's horrible. He's just like...
Yeah, I was like, who is this gray-looking fellow?
Oh, my God. Fellow. So you know you're on my side.
It was my child.
Okay, so this is why I wanted to have you on. This is great. All right, so coming
the struggle.
Not the struggle to be Disney, man. Coming in at number 8. This is another thing that I'm actually not completely caught up to the manga on.
I only watched the anime, unfortunately.
Oh, you've only watched the anime?
Yeah.
This is One Punch Man, coming in at 3,223,000 copies sold. I love One Punch Man. I'm caught up to right after where the most recent series ended, the most recent season of the anime. and I really like it. I feel like I should probably catch up, but it's weird because like the One Punch Man manga only comes out like I think once a month in Shonen Jump.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the rest of the time, One-san is like writing it, and his art is obviously like not the best. And I like waiting. Like I could catch up and read and then be spoiled, but like I'd rather just wait and see like the really pretty art. So I actually am not yet caught up to One Punch Man.
But I'm curious, like, because the anime was phenomenal. But
so
I'm just wondering, where does the manga take it from where it's at now?
Well, I mean, I kind of know like some of where it's. I won't spoil it here because I know like a lot of my subscribers are only.
Is it good though?
It's very good. Yeah.
Is it better than what we've already seen?
It's debatable.
Because you know there's always that expectation that people have. Will it beat the first season and etc. Because I know. Is season 2 still coming out?
Season 2 is still coming out. I think it comes out like early next year. I think it's early next year, like mid next year is when season 2 comes out, along with the Netflix live action Mob Psycho, which is like.
I'm kind of worried about that. You guys saw my video clowning.
Oh my god, man! Like I am not prepared for that. But I do think the new season of One Punch Man could be really good. Because the stuff with the Garo arc is like, I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah,
I'll say that it's exciting. But it could go either way, and I actually don't know who's animating the new season because I don't think it's the same team. I think it's like a different.
Yeah, I heard it's
studio,
different. Yeah, I heard
which could be good or could be bad.
Yeah,
because really the studio that did it the first time was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I read the news. I think I watched Forever's video.
Yeah,
and then I was like, who's gonna animate it then? So I don't know. I'm worried about it.
We'll find out. We're talking about the anime though. This is a manga video. Whatever. We'll move on. So next one coming in at 3,592,000 copies sold. Number 7 best-selling manga of the year. 7 Deadly Sins.
I've only watched the first episode.
Okay.
But I've never read it. I heard it's amazing.
It's Natsu no Taizai is like the Japanese name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
People have been asking for me to read this for a long time. I literally have the first volume on my bookshelf waiting. Like I want to get into it, but for whatever reason I haven't had time. And I know like some of the characters, I like their designs, I like the art style.
Yeah, same. Same, like when I watched that first episode, I was like, oh, it's very pleasing to the eye.
Yeah,
there's some anime and manga that, you know, we'll talk about later, but then I just couldn't get into it because of the art style. Yeah. I'm sure the plot is great, but this one, it looked like it was really good.
Yeah.
Some people have even told me that they like it more than My Hero.
Okay, I don't know about that.
That's why I was like,
we're both like very diehard My Hero fans,
exactly.
so I feel like I don't know about that. Look at this. Look at My Hero forever. So all right, coming at number 6. I'm pretty sure neither of us read this, but it's very popular, and I know it's good. It's probably the best like sports anime that's out there. Based on everything I've heard. Haikyuu coming in at 5,067,000 copies sold. 5 million. That's a pretty big jump from 3.5 to 5 million.
They also have a very large female fan base.
Right. Well, because the boys.
Yeah, it's catering to that fan base.
Yeah.
A lot of the cute cosplayers that I know are telling me to read it, but I don't want to read it. They're like, you have to read it. It's really good. I was like, I don't know.
I feel like Haikyuu, I just am not a huge fan of sports anime outside of, I liked Yuri on Ice, weirdly enough.
Yuri on Ice was good.
Yuri on Ice is pretty good. And I liked,
the boxing one?
Yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
I haven't seen that one.
It's really good.
I like Kuroko no Basket.
Kuroko no Basket? I probably would like that. I have a Bulls.
Yeah, no, that one's really good. That one's really good. It makes me think like what basketball players think. Getting into the zone. But yeah, that was probably the only sports anime, and Yuri on Ice is the only ones that I've watched.
All right, so there you go. Haikyuu number 6. Number 5, now we're moving to stuff that I know a lot about. Tokyo Ghoul coming in at 5,303,000 copies sold. This does not surprise me, considering what happened in Tokyo Ghoul in the manga this year. There have been some huge revelations. Certain characters got together, some characters died. Yeah.
I haven't. I've been meaning to get on it, though.
It is really good.
Is Re the same as the regular Tokyo Ghoul?
So Re is like the sort of like the sequel kind. It's like starts off as a pseudo sequel, and that's basically just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like a lot of characters that are connected between the two. It is just. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get into it too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is great. And I actually did not catch up until after I saw the Tokyo Ghoul movie like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
They had like the live action movie, Funimation was playing it, and they were like, do you want to go to the premiere? I was like, yeah, I want to go to the premiere. So I went, and I was not at all caught up to the manga. And people were like, you really should, because the farthest I was at was like the last season of the anime. And so I wanted to catch up, and I've been really enjoying it. Yeah, so.
But the question is, was the live action good?
I actually liked it. I think it's the best live action anime.
Funimation usually releases pretty decent.
Yeah, but like in the era of Dragon Ball Evolution, I'm hesitant to like live action things. So, all right. So coming in, here we go. My boy. Coming in at number 4, I am so proud of our boy, Izuku Midoriya, coming through with 5,852,000 copies sold. My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can see why.
Of course, dude, like this has blown up over the past year. I think
definitely.
Last year, if I remember correctly, you could correct me if I'm wrong or go back and watch my review where I sort of talked about the best-selling manga from last year. I think it was like in the 8th or 6th spot.
Also, My Hero was... I didn't see last year's.
Yeah. So this jumped a lot. Which is not a surprise considering the new season of the anime was, I think, better than the first season.
Oh, definitely.
And it got way more fans, I think, after the second season.
Oh, yes.
And the manga right now is the best it's ever been. I think based on the last read-through that I did, it is the best it has ever been right now.
And you guys, if you follow me on my channel, we were caught up. We do it every week. Oh my goodness.
And I think by the time that I upload this, we'll be uploading our overall discussion. Because I'm about like 3 chapters behind right now because I'm waiting obviously for the read-through. But I think we could talk about the overall stuff on your channel. Because that's going to be...
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but definitely because of the anime doing so well.
Yeah.
I would expect the manga to just jump up.
Yeah.
Because even for me, when I started jumping onto it, even during the anime, I was like, I gotta start reading it now.
Yeah.
Because I cannot wait. Because they keep leaving you in these cliffhangers. So of course the volume would do well. My gosh.
I know. Yes. It's the best. I mean, I just love My Hero. I think I want to sort of start introducing this too. I was going to save it till the ending, but I kind of want to talk about this now a little bit.
Yeah.
Is like projections for next year based on things that we already know are coming out or like things that are here. Because My Hero, like I said, jumped in terms of sales.
Oh, definitely.
It's kind of close if you look at what's number 3, and we'll talk about number 3. I think My Hero could actually take the number 3 slot because I've been saying this for years, literally for 2 years now. I've been saying the new big 3 is One Piece, Attack on Titan, and My Hero Academia. That's what I feel like the new big 3 is in terms of like these giant series. And Jump wants it to be My Hero Academia, One Piece, Black Clover. But like, spoiler alert for the rest of the sales list, Black Clover is nowhere to be seen in this top 10.
I agree. Yeah.
And they are pushing the heck out of Black Clover. There's an anime of Black Clover. They're making like a game of Black Clover for PS4.
Yeah.
Like they're clearly trying to get a lot of people into it.
They're pushing it. Yeah.
And to me, it feels like what they did with Toriko a couple years ago. Where like Toriko was on everything. There was like a One Piece DBZ Toriko.
I remember that
crossover thing. And it was like, what is Toriko doing with DBZ and like One Piece? I feel like they are trying to push it with Toriko. And ultimately, Toriko failed. Yeah. And died before its time. I actually like Toriko.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But unfortunately.
But I honestly think My Hero's... I don't know about... It'll definitely be top 3.
Yeah.
But I don't see Attack on Titan being My Hero next year.
You don't think Attack on Titan...
I think My Hero's going to be the Attack on Titan.
My argument for this would be... I guess we should probably get into 2 and 3 before we start. Number 3 on this list with 6,184 copies sold is Kingdom... Yeah. I should say this, hold on. 6,184,000. That's a big difference from 6 million. That's another 184,000. Is Kingdom. I think the biggest thing hurting Kingdom internationally is that there is no real international translation.
Exactly, yeah.
There's not English translation, but obviously these are just Japanese sales. These don't include anything. These are just the best-selling manga in Japan. So understandably, Kingdom's up there. Kingdom, I think, was number 2 last year. It was number 2 or number 3 last year. This is no surprise to me. I think Kingdom's going to remain up there, but I do think Kingdom could slip a little bit with My Hero coming. I could see My Hero taking the number 3 slot from Kingdom. So,
is this based off of Japanese sales?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because if it was international, I think it'd be different too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. If it was international, I think My Hero. Well, I don't know. We'll get through the rankings.
Yeah, because Kingdom doesn't even have a
international release, right? I think that just goes to the power of how many people love Kingdom. I think like that's something people have been telling me for a long time. Like, do read-throughs, catch up, but like, dude, it is such a. I know this is crazy coming from a One Piece YouTuber, but there are so many chapters of Kingdom, and there's no official translation that it's like difficult for me to like get into it. You know?
Yeah. No, like it was for me. Like I was saying previously, the plot is amazing in Kingdom, but then the art style I just couldn't really get myself into.
Dude, the art style for whatever, I know some people really love it and die by it. Like they think the art style is amazing, but for me, it's just like not my, I don't know, it's not my cup of tea.
But I've read a couple chapters and it's phenomenal. It's just, it was hard for me to just like, I want to read it.
Well,
I never had that mood.
I brought this up on the video where I was like, sorry guys, I'm not doing a Kingdom read through. I got up.
I was there.
I got up to where that character gets beheaded. I won't say which character, but it was like a very crucial moment, and I was like, I think I'm done with it. I think the chapter. I remember the chapter name. I think the chapter's name was Villain.
I think so.
Was the name of the chapter, and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. Anyway. Again, though, that's crazy saying that I don't like gory manga when I was just talking about Tokyo Ghoul earlier. And also, number 2 being Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan, with 6,622,000 copies sold. You don't read the manga.
I don't.
So I'm going to just take the reins here for a second.
Okay.
I got to be honest, guys. I fell out of it midway through this year. Not to spoil too much for you.
I don't care about
But
spoilers.
there's a time skip. There's a pretty significant time skip that happens recently.
In the manga.
In the manga.
Okay.
After like a pretty big moment that actually was already telegraphed in the preview for the next anime season. So I think the anime season is going to fly through a lot of the material that happened like prior to this.
Yeah.
Because that material was, in my opinion,
how true
not
was the
that interesting.
anime this season?
It was way too fast, I feel like. The anime
they skipped a lot.
Yeah, they skipped a lot. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I have not been feeling the past like 6 months of Attack on Titan, except for the most recent chapter, 99, and the one that just came out, 100. So I actually have not yet recorded a live reaction for 100, but everybody's telling me it's amazing. And I believe it because 99 was one of the best manga chapters I've read all year. And I think Isayama knows what he's doing with the story, but by introducing all of these new characters and sort of like taking it out of the main story and moving us away from the main cast, for whatever reason, it's just like it's not grabbing me. And I think it spent a little too much time on these new side characters that are being introduced. And I totally understand what he's doing because he's trying to show like the other side of the world, but at the same time, it's like, all right, I want to see Eren, I want to see Mikasa, I want to see Armin, I want to see Levi, I want to see like the characters that I fell in love with.
Right.
And I feel like they stepped a little too far away from that. And I totally, like, I'm not saying this is 100% true. I'm not saying this is, like, objective fact. I'm just saying that, like, it's my personal opinion. And I know a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
And have been staunch defenders of it, and I understand. And clearly, you know, Japan still loves it. If it's at 6,622,000, and it's number 2 best-selling manga of the year, I think people are still very engaged with it. I think it was number 2, too.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, One Piece is number 1 again. But like One Piece and Attack on Titan have always been 1 and 2.
Yeah, because I remember someone made the prediction that Attack on Titan was going to overtake One Piece.
That's not going to happen now.
Yeah, I think
I even said that. Because I was like, where we were when I did this video last year in the manga, it was the best the manga's been in a long time.
Right.
There were a lot of big events, there were big character deaths, and it was before this time skip happened. So I was like, oh my god, we're getting into like the final bits of Attack on Titan. It's amazing. Yeah. And now we actually are in the final bits, I feel. I think we're like right near the ending.
Attack on Titan?
Yeah,
like
that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It feels like it's like getting up to the end. I would not be surprised if Attack on Titan ends next year. I think it could. I don't think it will because it's obviously making them a lot of money. But based on how they're speeding through to get to where I'm trying to like avoid spoilers with this, but like to get to the moment right before the time skip, it seems like the anime team is like working towards that, but at the same time doesn't really want to like speed through some of the stuff that happened earlier. Right. Nor do I think they should, because a lot of that content is very integral to like the plot moving forward.
Yeah.
It's just that the content when you were reading it in the manga, and I think a lot of people agreed was not like up to snuff along with everything else. But I don't know. I mean, I could easily see them just doing one more season of the anime, like making it 4 seasons. If it was the same length as the first season, not the really short second season. And then finishing the story. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
Yeah. And then coming in at number 1, of course, it's been number 1 every year since the Oricon sales have been out. One Piece at 11 million. 11
almost double.
million. Almost double Attack on Titan. 495,000 copies sold. One Piece is a beast in Japan. One Piece, I feel like, has become more of a beast internationally in the past year, too.
Oh, definitely.
Because I think,
definitely.
like, maybe not recently. Now, definitely the most recent chapter. But I think, like, in between, like, June to maybe, like, October of this year, even, like, I would argue parts of November, the manga really slowed. I feel like a lot of people were not happy with where they went with the manga.
Yeah.
Because the first part of this year was so good. Like, with the stuff at the wedding and the stuff with Big Mom. It was just, like, there were so many good things that were thrown into the manga, and then I feel like it sort of took a dip. And now where it is, I'm like, okay, we're getting into the good stuff.
Yeah, because you were just telling me like it was pretty slow for a while.
Yeah.
But then this year has been really, really good.
It's been really
now, I've
good.
only been watching the anime.
Right.
And I still have a lot to catch up on. But regardless, I never doubted that One Piece was going to like drop.
No.
It's always been number one. Even with merchandise, too. It's been
One Piece is huge in Japan. It's big internationally, I think, now, too, because, like, Naruto's gone. That's another thing we need to talk about.
Oh, that's right. Naruto's gone. Boruto's dad.
Yeah, so notice on this list, no Naruto, no Boruto, and no Bleach. Now, Bleach officially ended. I think it was early this year it ended.
Yeah.
You would think that the final volume of Bleach would be somewhere on these. I'm looking at the individual manga volumes now. Nowhere to be seen even in the top 20.
Which is crazy.
No, which is insane to me.
Because people were mad, weren't they?
They were mad that it rushed to the ending, but you would still think people who were like really invested with Bleach would want to know the ending.
Yeah.
So that kind of surprised me. And then, Naruto officially, I think the very beginning of this year, or like the end of last year, was when the final volume of Naruto came out. And then Boruto's been here, but Boruto's nowhere to be seen on this list. I don't think people care about Boruto. So that was kind of a surprise to me. But yeah, One Piece being at number one is not at all shocking. Again, I thought going into this year we were going to get to the Wano arc in One Piece and like the Reverie arc, and we didn't get to either. And now it sounds like we might not even get to them until like midway through next year. So I think that was another thing maybe that could have potentially worked against it, but clearly One Piece is a giant.
Oh, definitely.
Nothing, no matter what Oda can do, like Oda could just like do some crazy stuff with the story. I don't think this is going to drop. The only way I can potentially see this dropping at all, and I don't think it's going to lose its number one slot just because of like how much of a gap there is between number one and number two. The only way I can see this dropping is if the Reverie arc happens and Luffy isn't there. Because it's been proven by Toei that people do not watch the anime when Luffy's not in it. That's why they stopped doing the cover stories.
I have to admit, I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I'm one of those.
And in the manga, I feel like Japan might be the same way, and if Luffy is not present during the Reverie arc, I could see the sales dropping just a little bit next year. But then again, like, if we're going into Wano, it's just like, it's very hard, because the editors have been teasing different things, and like, based on where the story's going, I thought we were going to be in a totally different spot than where we are right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah. I don't know.
I expected One Piece to be number one.
Yeah. I mean, looking at some of these, like looking at some of the manga that are just individuals, the only ones that really stand out that weren't things that we already named, Silver Spoon, Volume 14 came in at 17. Gotta be honest, I don't know what the heck Silver Spoon is. Nothing about that. Not alone. And Hunter x Hunter came through at 8, which is not a surprise, but also like it was only one volume. So of course it wasn't going to be in the top 10.
But they're coming back.
And they're coming back. That's true.
Back, so
well, I don't, you know.
For one more volume.
Hunter x Hunter.
One more volume next year. You know?
Exactly. But yeah, I wanted to go through all these rankings. This was a long video. This is almost like 25 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It was a pretty long video.
Yeah.
But this is why I wanted to do it as a discussion, because I feel like there was a lot of stuff to talk about in terms of things that were happening with the different manga series.
Yeah.
And any predictions for next year based on things you've been reading, things that might be coming back that you think might end up making it into the top 10? Or things that might be dropping on this list or growing on this list?
I think, okay, for sure, I expect My Hero to be top 3.
I agree.
I think Tokyo Ghoul might jump up a little bit too.
I could see that.
Haikyuu, I don't know how long this is going to stay up.
I mean, that's been consistent, man. That was there last year too.
At number 6?
I don't know if it was at number 6. It was close to number 6. I mean,
I think it'll still be top 10, but I think it'll...
You think it might... Yeah.
I think if One Punch Man does come out next year, it might boost up a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking too.
7 Deadly Sins apparently has been doing really well. I think it's going to stay there. Food Wars might go up a little bit more. Because the season started pretty late. It just started this fall.
Yeah.
And it's getting really good. So I think it's going to boost up a little bit. What was that one that I was watching? Paranormal...
Is it a manga?
It's a manga. You told me to read it too. I covered it.
What?
I forgot.
It's a manga that I told you to read.
Yeah, it's when those kids are getting eaten by monsters.
Oh! Why can't I think of the name right now?
I can't think of it either.
Oh, no! Not Promised Neverland. You're not thinking about Promised Neverland.
I think it is Promised Neverland.
Oh, you're thinking about... Oh, okay. If you're talking about... Yeah, I guess that would be. Yeah, Promised Neverland is getting pretty big.
It's getting
right
really, really
I would not be surprised. And I think there's an anime of Promised Neverland now, too. Either they announce it or it's coming out soon.
If an anime is released, it's definitely going to go up.
And that's a jump property, too. I could see Promised Neverland jumping.
And it's really good.
Yeah,
it's
Promised
really
Neverland's great.
Really good, yeah.
And then, beyond that, I kind of agree with everything you said. I think Food Wars is going to jump a little bit just because of how good the anime is right now.
Yeah.
If One Punch Man actually comes out next year and the anime is good, I could see One Punch Man even jumping up to 5. And we gotta take into consideration too. I think Magi is over now. I think Magi just ended.
I don't have
You can correct me if I'm wrong, comment section, but I think Magi just ended. So if it did, I do not expect that to be in the top 10, and I could see maybe.
I'm actually kind of surprised that it's there.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, this is pretty similar to what I expected going into this year based on the list last year. Yeah. And I don't think Attack on Titan and One Piece are going anywhere soon. I think that's still going to stay number 1 and number 2, especially if we are reaching right now the climax of Attack on Titan. I think that's only going to go up from here.
Especially if your predictions are right where it's nearing the end.
It sure feels like it right now. Yeah. So speaking of which, I really got to record my live reaction to the latest chapter because I haven't read it yet. I'm only up to 99. But with that being said, Herm, thank you for joining me. This is a very long video, but this was a fun video. Again, I'm glad we did it. Where can people find you to subscribe to you?
YouTube.com/Hermzar. Follow me on Twitch. I live stream there.
And how many subscribers are you at right now?
6934.
6934. People. I campaign for this man day in and day out. I am telling you, if you do not subscribe to Hermzar, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you like anime and manga stuff, go subscribe to him. Give him the 6969. That was months ago.
Was it the Nami one?
Yeah. Oh, no. We did something after Nami. We did. Oh, maybe we didn't actually, because I was on your channel. Yeah. No, we didn't.
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys haven't been on my channel on his channel.
Yeah.
I've been doing My Hero nonstop.
Yeah.
So that's like the main shonen on my channel. So if you guys are wondering.
If you like My Hero, yeah, because for me, I don't do weekly reviews of the manga of My Hero. I just do read-throughs.
Yeah.
If you are looking for weekly reviews of My Hero, I recommend him. He's very good. You know what you're talking about.
He recommended it to me, so.
That's true, I did. That's true, I did. All right, well, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Am I still fat Chinese?